All right, let's move on to some basketball on the court. We were recording this during the first half of Suns Mavs on Sunday morning / early afternoon. Also during a niece's birthday party. Where a lot of things going on right now in current events. But we did see Kevin Durant make his debut. What was that, Wednesday night?
Yes.
For the Phoenix Suns against a Hornets team that's not any good, and so maybe that wasn't a true test. But in the little we saw, holy shit. Guys, Kevin Durant's still really good at basketball. They've got a lot that they can do. I mean, he got a layup for the first shot of the game, right? His first make was a layup, and then like just peppering them with jumpers all over, like, and nothing, like just nothing. And like, look, there wasn't anything you could do with him in Oklahoma City. There wasn't anything you could do with him in Golden State. There wasn't anything you could do with him in Brooklyn. Like when he has the ball, like you really just have to hope he misses. There's not a lot you can do. But did anyone notice during that game that Devin Booker had like the easiest 37 of his life?
He's living. This is the perfect
Absolutely.
life for him.
Like
this is
He's living
life.
life like Jason Tatum. You have to understand, this is the first time that he's actually going to get to see some real one-on-one bump.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You gravitate so much attention, but you also have Kevin Durant now with the gravity pull that you have to respect it. Even this game that's playing behind us right now, the Dallas Mavericks, they started off doubling KD. You know what?
Mm-hmm.
That leaves Booker on the island to work, and those points are only going to go up. We're going to see some 30s. We're going to see some 35s, some 40s, and some 45s. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a 50-point game from Book soon.
Even funnier, they're doubling KD. His first quarter numbers: 10 points, 4 for 4 from the
Of course,
field.
because
Like,
there's nothing you could do. Like
it's just like it doesn't. Like, I mean, like this
shit you can do against him.
Dave put in the chat. You know, in the first quarters alone, 31 points on 64% shooting.
I mean, look,
that's going up after today.
Yeah, right. I mean, look, Dallas isn't exactly a tough defense to score hard, right? But still, like, I mean, there's nothing you can do. And I look at what DeAndre Ayton's going to be able to do, right? And just like all the dump off stuff, all the rolls, like all the, you know, cutting from the weak side towards the hoop, like quick post ups as they swing and get a mismatch. Like there's just so much that these guys can do. And I really don't look at this team as having a weak rotation. Like I get it, they're not that deep. I think they're deep enough. Like I just do.
They're
like you can
enough.
stagger. Like
I mean, first off, more importantly, Ayton's going to play with so much space, and the guy that's going to rotate over is the dude that's defending Torrey Craig or Josh Okogie,
right?
Like that, and that's where you're hiding your weakest defenders for the most part. Like he's going to be living in space. I love the way they're just running all sorts of different things where, you know, it could be a Chris Paul KD pick and roll with a double pin down for Booker on the weak side. Like there's just a million different things to keep the entire defense occupied. You know, look, they haven't played great defenses in their first 3 games. Whether they win or lose in this one, Dallas is known for their defense.
Yeah.
They beat Chicago. Those are not great defenses, but this is the perfect ramp up stage for them to get acquainted with what they're going with.
Chicago's numbers on the season are really good defensively. I get they've been the best defensive league since January 1st. I just don't buy it. Like, I'm sorry. Like I don't buy it. Like I know the numbers. I test does not do it for me. Like this is one where I'm just going to disagree with the numbers on that. But yeah, you're right. Like I don't believe they've really played anyone in terms defensively yet. And I guess we'll see what happens in this Mavs game. Maybe Reggie Bullock like becomes a monster or something. I don't know, but
that's the only defender they have on the team.
That's really the only guy they got, right? Like this is
now you got so Booker gets to cook. Like
like Jay, like I get it. There's still going to be concerns with Chris Paul. There's still going to be concerns with KD's health. I guess even Booker's health to a degree, right? He hasn't been totally healthy, but Jay, like this is, I mean, shit. Like this look. No offense to Denver, no offense to anybody else. This looks like the team in the West, at least to me.
Yeah, this is my team. The only thing is, can they stay healthy for 25 straight games once the postseason arrives? Because if they can, Booker and Kevin Durant are just so much to handle, and they're both just such complete players. They can beat you in the mid post. They can beat you with threes. They can pull up off the bounce. They can create plays for others. They can run pick and rolls. They can run pick and rolls with each other. They can, like, the amount of stuff you can do with those two together is endless, while also giving you two good defenders with size at the other end of the court. And the way that they've played since Durant got there is just another reminder that this guy is the easiest fit among superstars ever, just because he can do everything. He's a great shooter from everywhere, and no matter what you need from him on or off the ball, at either end of the court, he's capable of it. And
campaign is eating right now. That's how good this is. This campaign is eating that mid range
every once in a while. But I'm also with you, Zach, that the depth here isn't as bad as some people are portraying. And when you have two guys like Gurr and Durant, and I'm not putting Chris Paul in that category because I do think he's not quite at the level he used to be.
That's fair, yeah.
But he's still one of the best organizers in the game and can keep all of it together. And then the other guy, like, just knock down an open shot every once in a while and play defense. That's it. Like Okogie, cool. Wainwright, cool. Like,
I legitimately feel bad for Christian Wood right now. I legitimately feel bad for him. Like, this is not fair.
But to your point about
him, he just wants to get some buckets.
No, I feel bad. I just saw what Zach saw. Yeah, I feel bad. The point about depth too, like, come playoff time, they're only playing 8 guys.
Yeah,
like, I mean, again, down to 7.
As long as they stay healthy.
As long as they stay healthy. Because here's the thing: if they're not healthy, then I mean, that's across the board with every team, right? If the Warriors aren't healthy, if Steph's not ready to go for playoffs,
Jamal Murray gets hurt, if whatever. Yeah,
so I mean, like that's just the caveat for everybody. But just playoff time, if you're healthy and
Dylan Brooks doesn't get suspended,
Dylan Brooks doesn't get if Dylan Brooks gets suspended, helps the Grizzlies.
Yes, that's what I said. If he doesn't,
sorry, I didn't hear that part. You're right.
Let's tone that one down, guys. Dylan Brooks is
really, Jay? Really? No. But the thing is, depth in the playoffs is somewhat overrated because you're only gonna your star players are gonna play more minutes. You're gonna stagger more. You're gonna pair guys more. And I think at a certain point, we kind of go too far into the details of like how deep are they. If they're healthy, damn, they're gonna be a tough team.
Yeah. They just will. Like, this is, I still think. Look, they have to prove it too, right? Like, they still have to prove it. So I don't want to just punch their card through to the finals. But again, there's no real strong team. Like, even when the Warriors have been healthy, like even when Steph's been healthy, that like he's been great. That team has not looked like, oh yeah, they're back to championship level. Like, Denver still has a lot to prove. Memphis, my God, everything going on that. Like, we'll hear about Jay's Kings in a little bit, but they're still an absolute disaster defensively. Like, that's, there's just no real team in the West that makes you think like, I don't know about Phoenix against them, as long as Phoenix is relatively healthy. And I would even say Chris Paul gets hurt, they'll be fine. It just can't be Booker and it can't be KD. Because
those two guys attract the attention.
Yeah. I got a problem with DeAndre Ayton having 3 rebounds. This is the second time in 3 weeks. So again, got to find some type of motivation. I think he had 7 and 3 in that in that win against Chicago. I still need to see more. Chris Paul's Chris Paul. He just needs to stay healthy. But I need to see something out of Ayton because he's going to be the X factor out of this team. Like, I don't think they need him to be an offensive threat to like throw hook shots and things of that nature. But he definitely, there we go. Update. He has 7 rebounds today. I was about to say 7 rebounds. I'm sure he's not allowing himself to get double teamed on the low block. But also, you look at the situation of they're actually using KD as the 5 right now. I mean, I wish Anthony Davis is watching this right now. It is
just yelling, "No, KD, don't do it." It's not.
Yes. So, I
want to see Ayton, Trey. I want to see Ayton play like he did in that playoff run when they went to the finals, right? The way he did against Jokic and the Nuggets, an undermanned Nuggets team, but the way he played in that series, like that's the Ayton we need to see more than anything. And hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah, it's all about buying in, though. I think that's beyond the point. I think everybody's main goal is to win. I think everybody's really locked in. Got a chance to talk to Kevin a little bit about it, and he's just like, man, just be on this team. These dudes they be turned up. Yeah, like it's just a different type of energy. Whether it's campaign, whether it's I can't even. Is it Layman?
Jake Layman?
Londe?
Like,
Jacques Landale. Yeah, Jacques Landale.
Jacques Landale.
Jacques Landale.
Yeah, I'm bugging. My bad. The white players don't look
I got
alike. So
They
excited.
all
I
look
was like,
alike.
Jake Layman's
They
back?
all look alike. They
I was
all
like,
look
oh my
alike.
God.
Trey. They all look alike.
But Wainwright, you know what I mean, down the line, those
Yeah, I like Wainwright. He's good.
those blue collar boys on the bench,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? They play with a chip. They fired up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even Teray Craig and them. So just it's a different type of energy, and I think they understand the go at hand and not gonna really play around. But also Durant not trying to come in and saying this is my team. He's relying heavy on Book to be the best Book. So I mean, I'm excited as long as they can stay healthy. I'm curious to see. And although they're playing the Mavs right now, you got some, I want to see them against the Bucks. I want to see them against, these teams
Denver,
that, the Denvers, you know what I mean? Like those are the games, that's going to really be so on. And even maybe the Clippers,